Jai Gurudev. My name is Hans Bruncken. I am governor of the Age of Enlightenment, and Maharishi has sent me to India as a member of the India group 1974. And the reason I'm talking about it is that there is some confusion because of this little film David Wants to Fly, in which in the end of the film there is some kind of saint telling to the producer, David, that Maharishi is not the proper successor of Gurudev and he has no right to give mantras. Maharishi sent me on 1974 to Calcutta, and he gave me an address of a very old disciple of Gurudev, Maharaja Singh, the former Maharaja of Kanju. I visited Singh. I very often talked to him because I lived, of course, in Calcutta. And Singh explained to me how Gurudev, Swami Brahmananda Saraswati, expired. He explained it in following words. We were sitting on a balcony near the Hooghly River, and Gurudev was lying on a bed, dying. We, some disciples, were sitting around Swami Brahmananda Saraswati, and there was this designated successor. He was eagerly waiting for now the moment would come where he would succeed Brahmananda Saraswati. They were all very astonished when, in its last minute of his life, Gurudev pointed towards Maharishi, who was the last in the row of the hierarchy of the disciples. Maharishi was the secretary, but Gurudev pointed towards Maharishi and waving and called him, and then Maharishi was bending over towards Gurudev. Then Gurudev made this movement. He was taking away his own Jiva and passing his Jiva over to Maharishi, putting it towards Maharishi. This was the sign that Maharishi was his successor, and Gurudev's Jiva, his subtle body, lives in Maharishi. And with this, all the rights and the possibilities and the power of Gurudev was passed over to Maharishi. With that also the right to find a successor, and also the right to give mantras and all that. This was what Maharaja Singh explained to me, and because I'm the second witness, there's no other witness, I can explain it to you. And the thing was that the designated successor was very, 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 very angry about that. Because Maharishi was not a Brahmin, he was a Kshatriya, and this designated successor was shouting, this is a betrayal and Maharishi has no rights at all because he's not a Brahmin and all that. Yes, Maharishi was not a Brahmin, and so he had to find somebody to become the successor of Gurudev. And he gave this position to a man with a very pure heart and a great knowledge and great understanding, Swami Shrantanand Saraswati. But the designated successor was still angry, and he built in Yotiamat an own monastery with a big sign from it which said, "Here is the real successor." Some silly thing. And everyone at this time who visited Yotiamat knew about this silly story. Nobody cared. But now, because David Silverberg, the producer of this movie, visited this designated successor, and he published these ideas of this designated successor, I have to say something about that. Jai Gurudev.